Welcome everybody to the Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, we have Wartile here today. As you can tell by the screen, this is indeed a pre-alpha demo version of the game. As a matter of fact, you could probably even say it's more of a tech demo. It's more of a concept of what the game's going to be like, but there's still a lot of work to be done into it. I have all the information for the game and the Kickstarter in the description below if you want to check it out, and back it, do whatever you want to do with that one. That's going to be up to your own discretion, though. I'm just here to show off the game for you. Now, what is Wartile, Falcon? You're probably asking. Very good question. This almost reminds me a lot of Mountain Blade meets Battle Brothers. Like, you know, they're both two similar games as it is. We only have access to, I believe, 3 maps. They're going to be single-player maps and a multiplayer map over here as well. I haven't tested the multiplayer out just yet. But we could do short tutorial map today, and we'll also do the hillside demo map as well. Let's come over here and click this to get some information about Wartile. The king is watching uneasy from his throne room. All pieces are in play, but nothing is turning out as expected. Times are changing and alliances are shifting seats. The dream of gathering all the Viking tribes to one last conquest seems more impossible than ever. Okay, so let's go into the short tutorial map here really quickly. And check this out. Spend 10 minutes to learn the fundamentals. You are absolutely correct. We shall do that. I don't think it's going to take us 10 minutes, but you know. Over here we have a few classes. So when you first start off the game, you only have access to the warrior class right here. I got these guys from just playing some of the other single map games that you will unlock over time. So I'm going to go with the warrior class for the first map, which I think might be a bit more better to use because they have the shield, which is part of the whole learning process in the tutorial. Over here we have a spearman. We have a brute, and this is going to be another version of the warriors. So as you can see, they're both warriors, but they look a little bit different. Is it just color? I think it's just one color, the difference. Whatever. So one unit is all we can use for this map. For the other maps, we'll be able to use more than one person, obviously. So we'll go with the warrior class over here, and let's go ahead and get ready to go. Oh, and you notice they all have different stats as well. So for instance, the brute could only move 2 spots, the warrior can move 3, but then again, the brute has twice as much HP, more attack power, less defensive capabilities, you know, so on and so forth. So we're ready to go. Let's do this. Alrighty. So, for the most part, what's actually pretty neat about this, I found that you could just about do everything in this game by using your mouse. So you only have to use one hand for this game. What do you need that other second hand for, Falcon? Well, you know what? Don't even ask me about that. I'm gonna tell you. So, right here we have warrior class. So we want to go ahead and move. Now, as we move, pay attention to the little circle cooldown timer that would show up right here. You see that? That basically tells you the cooldown time until that action, that, you know, figurine piece could make another action, while it is to attack, to use a card, to move again. It's going to be a cooldown period. When that happens, you could go ahead and use another figurine or use a card. It's really cool because there's a lot of active on-the-fly, like, strategy goes into it, but at the same time, there's also a bit of a turn-based mechanic to it as well. So, let's see, we will continue moving up this way. Here's going to be our objective for this map, which is going to be to loot the chest. Relatively easy, I could do that for you. No problems. Now, over here we have battle points and we have gold. I'm not sure what the gold is for just yet. I mean, I can imagine it's probably to buy equipment, but I haven't seen a map yet where that was an option. And we also have battle points. Now, battle points will be used over here to use these cards on the fly. These 3 right here are going to be your global hand, which any class could use a global buff. Or there should be a heal one, which I don't see right now. But these will be cards that any class can use, assuming you have the proper amount of battle points for it. So for instance, if I had 3 battle points, I would not be able to use that one. And then this one over here on the side will be your class's special ability. So for instance, the warrior, because he has a shield, he can use a shield wall, which will deflect incoming attacks, which is going to be pretty useful for the part over here. But I'm jumping ahead right now. And then every single class will have their own special ability, which, you know, requires a certain amount of battle points, and only they could probably, you know, achieve that ability as well. So right now, let's go ahead and, as soon as we move up here, this guy's going to probably come over here to attack us, so not a big problem. We'll go ahead and duke it out right now, go ahead and smash in our shields there, prepare for combat, continue. What that little slowdown thing is telling us about is that if you're fighting, if you hit spacebar, you will be able to slow down time for a couple of seconds. I really haven't found an opportunity where I thought that was, like, you know, really needed for me to succeed. But again, it's an early concept of the game, so maybe there's not too much strategy involved just yet. So, you know, I just haven't really found ever I used to be like, oh, I gotta hit spacebar right now to freeze this fight and think of a better strategy, you know? So, I'll keep the idea in mind, but it hasn't happened just yet. And I doubt it's gonna probably happen in this video either. So, once you, kick ass over here, as you can see, they actually break down little figurines. I think it's really, really neat as a matter of fact. And you saw that little battle point that showed up. I clicked on it and I collected it. I'm not entirely sure if you have to click on them, but I just go ahead and click on them to be on the safe side here. So just a heads up. Use a global card from your hand to buff or heal. Well, we don't really have to buff or heal right now, so let's continue moving onwards over here. We should see another special class ability card over here. We already have one, but as you can see, if I come over here, I will be able to collect that by apparently attacking the spot right there. Don't attack that card, we're gonna need it, my friend. So now we have 2 of them over here stored up, which is great. And then if we come over here, we'll be able to spawn some more battle points. So boom, 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 boom. Those are mine. We're up to 16 now, great. So now that we have the shield card, it's going to be really important to note that we have a ranged character right here. So Bowman will be able to attack us from all the way over here the moment we're in his line of sight. We won't be able to retaliate because obviously we have a sword, we can't reach him. So here is a really perfect opportunity for you to come and move this here, use your shield wall, and now you will be able to deflect some incoming attacks meanwhile you get to that guy over there. So I will continue moving along. Time is kind of the essence here with this one. And now we have freed the Spearman, if I'm correct here. Cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move Spearman back over here, and then over here. Positioning your pieces in fights will also be really, really important as well. As you can see right now, by putting my Spearman behind this guy, we'll be able to actually attack more often and land our hits, as opposed to just facing him like, a one-on-one confrontation. So, even though you think you're in combat already, you're basically set and done, always be sure that if you can maneuver your pieces around, be sure to do so, because it will give you a better, time in combat. So I'm going to come over here. And the Spearman does have a 2 range attack radius as well, so for instance I can move him down here, and he could attack from all the way over there, so we could have a warrior, and a Spearman over here. I mean, not that we need to for an archer once he's in melee range, but, assuming we wanted to, we could. And we have 15 battle points, great. Let's go over here and see what's in this chest. We got ourselves, oh, I've never seen that one before. What was that? It's probably something that's not even implemented yet. Okay. It looked like a headpiece there for a second, didn't it? Alrighty. Well, over here we should be able to unlock another character. I think that's going to be another warrior, if I'm right. There we go. Yep, another warrior. So we'll continue moving our pieces here. Meanwhile, as you can see, the cooldown time does not affect everybody, so, as long as you have somebody on a cooldown, you could go ahead and make some other moves elsewhere. Now we're going to come up here, and let's see. This is going to be convert and earn battle points, right? So we conquered this relic, and a few more battle points for us. Great. I don't like that we don't have any healing cards over here, but then again, we only have 1 dude remaining, right? For now that we know of. Sometimes it's ambushes, and there's traps as well. Oh, here we go. Reinforcements. Oh, 2 of them. Not too crazy about that. So let's start moving our people around. Let's get behind this guy if we can. Okay, you saw him maneuver himself out of there too. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna fuck with that. So they knew what I was up to here. Let me go ahead and do a global buff on this guy. We have the points for it anyway. And here's a heal, finally. Let's drop this heal on my boy right here. And technically, I should be moving you back here. Oh, this guy's smart. He is not allowing me to get that back attack on him. He's gonna probably try to move again. No, he's hanging out there for now. Okay. So your funeral, buddy. But there, for a few times you saw that he actually actively moved out of the way when I was trying to position myself behind him. So, the AI isn't really too dumb about stuff like that either. Let's come over here and activate this relic. There should be some more battle points for us. If you click on it, Falcon, there you go. Alrighty, cool. Up to 14. Now, the last thing we're going to be doing right now is breaking down this barricade and attacking this guy, looting our chest, and we're off to the next map already. So, for this is actually pretty neat. You have to come over here. And remember, this guy's going to have some range on us. If you attack these next to them, you will be able to attack them over and over. So, as long as you move one of your pieces over next to the barricades and start clicking on it yourself, you'll be able to break them down. So, obviously you need a piece next to it, but otherwise, you'd be able to break it down based on your clicking speed. So, I thought it's actually pretty neat. We got this guy done, and there you go. We're done with this map. Loot that chest. We got it. Right? Oh, gold! As you can see, make sure to click that. I'm not sure if you don't click it, I'm not sure if you collect it or not. There you go, level complete. Score 1870, gold 80, 17 of 17 battle points. Units killed 6. Perfect. So we collected all the battle points in this map. We got 80 gold. We lost no units, so everything's cool here. Let's go into exit. And now we have access to the hillside demo map. The hillside demo is going to be more... This is going to be like more of a variety to the map itself. Like this was just a short tutorial map, so this right here is going to actually look pretty neat. So let's check this out here. We have the mountain pass. Ragul and his men was ambushed and captured by the northern Vikings tribe. They were hidden away in a cold mountain pass with a demand of ransom. Finally arriving to the pass, we had a message to the Vikings of the north from the king. Not in gold, but in hard-coat steel. So we have two objectives here. Find and free 5 prisoners and also cross the pass over. So let's begin. And we get to choose 3 characters for this. I'm going to go with a warrior. I like my spear dude. And you know what? Let's go with a brute early. Nah, yeah, the brute. I'm not too crazy about the brute. I really hate the 2-move thing, but he is strong against medium armor classes, right? I will note right now, I'm not entirely sure if we'll finish this map entirely, but I will give you the gist of it over here. You kind of know what to expect, though, based on the short tutorial map, how the combat flows. Over here, we just have different objectives, which is to, you know, collect 5 prisoners and also cross the pass. So, let's see, as we start off over here, and we zoom out, we will be able to move the map around and see what's available to us. Now you actually have a detailed map, which is opposed to the tutorial one that we started off with over here, which is really, really neat. And it has all the hexagonical little areas. They're not really hexagons, are they? They have all the little tiles where you can actually move your characters too. Now, if you see this little red marker here, if you land in this area, you'll be able to traverse into the watchtower and fight this crossbow dude one-on-one. And the same thing with this little area right here. So, the first thing I want to do is come in here and check that out. So, hopefully, without attracting too much attention to myself, we can do that. Let's also get our objective here. Cross the pass, right? You got it. Now, to enter an actual location like this, you don't necessarily have to take all 3 guys with you. Just 1 will suffice. Now, if you want to have more than 1 person invade a watchtower, you need to take it like each and every single piece in here to, you know, get inside of the watchtower. But for a location like this, which changes the entire map on you, all you need is just 1 individual. So, that's the reason why I'm just moving this guy right here. There it is. So as you can see, we have 1 guard and 3 of our dudes. Let's come in here and start our attacks if we can. This guy was a bit downfounded. We have our brute over here as well. Come on, brute, man. Brute has such a slow cooldown time. Alrighty. But he's strong. Allegedly. Just poke this guy in the butt. There he goes. Cool. We got battle point here. And let's check out what's in our chest. Some more gold. I imagine at some point you'll be able to buy equipment or something like that, but so far in the demo that I have over here, I haven't really seen much use for the gold. So there were no prisoners in here, but we got some treasure. That's all fine and dandy. Let's get ourselves on out of here if we can. We have a heal. Yeah, we do. We might have to heal our, warrior pretty soon. As you can see, once you have 1 person out, everybody comes out with you, so that's not really much of a problem. Now, in terms of attacking this over here, I think the way I did it last time was we maneuvered ourselves through here, because if we come in through the middle, we'll have this guy sniping, and then this guy sniping. So this requires some active maneuvering on your part. This can be a little bit of a tricky area if you're not too careful with it. So now we have 16 battle points. Let's go ahead and move our warrior first. We want to get up to the watchtower as soon as possible. Now, the problem is, homeboy right here isn't he going to do some blockage. So we have to watch out for that. Are you cool? Are you on to me? No, he's fine. For a second there, he actually reacted to my movement, but I got out of the area of attack here. So we're fine for now. Brute. You and his 2 movement space is just full of shit, dog. Come on, man. Cool. So let's see here. The brute has a force attack. Next attack is with deadly force, so I guess maybe it just gives him an overall buff to his power. Okay. This is going to be tricky. I want to use my shield wall right now, I'm going to say. And then we just push everyone fast. He's going to come over here, just hang out, and take the incoming attacks. Brute, be going one-on-one with this guy over here, so... Shit. The elevation is kind of really messing me up right now. Here comes this guy, though. Now, can I move you to next to you? I can. Alright, good, good. So I'm going to hang out. I'm going to continue to hopefully draw in his attacks. Meanwhile, we deal with this guy. I think my shield wall is done. There goes this guy. Let's go ahead and drop a heal right here. Brute, let's actually go ahead and invade this watchtower really quickly here as well. We should be able to get it. There he goes. Cool. This guy is basically boned at this point. Did we not heal you? There you go. So again, some strategy is definitely involved. As you saw right there, I decided to just kind of draw the archer with my shield wall dude, and then have the other two guys just deal with the leftover guy right there. Let's unlock this for a few more battle points. There you go. Excellent. Alrighty. Good so far. That was actually a bit neater that went for me off camera. Off camera, I kind of had everybody just kind of choke up over here, and it was kind of like a really big mess. I didn't lose anybody, but it was not as smooth as this one was. Now, we're going to have this archer over here attacking my spearman, which is no good. I'd rather have him attack, again, my warriors. So, we have 13 battle points. Let's move you possibly over here. Put up shield wall. Spearman, let's have you start moving forward. Let's get you off of this watchtower as well. Oh! Forgot that comes down. For a second, I thought we were getting crushed or something. You continue moving upwards. Brute! You move as well. Come on, Brutus. Are you ready? Let's get you up here. Gotta do some careful maneuvering about, as I mentioned, with the whole map here. There we go. We should be good now. Move upwards. Move upwards. I like how this guy's just taking sniper shots at me right in front. It's like, dude, can I, like, pull out a sword or something? Don't just shoot me in front of me. Who does that? So there you go. Let's go ahead and click on this and get some of your battle points here for our favor. Cool. And we have a treasure chest over here as well. Obviously, I will note that, like, you know, some music or ambiance to the game would be, you know, go a long way right now. Right now, all we have is, like, you know, the sounds of fighting. But as I mentioned, it's kind of more of a tech demo right now, so there's really not much to it. But at least the gameplay mechanics are really on point so far, so I really can't complain about that. I guess, you know, things like music and stuff like that will come over time, but as long as the gameplay is on point, which it is so far, I really have no complaints about this at all. I'm really excited about, you know, this hopefully getting funded, because it's really good. And we completed our first task, which is cross the pass. Alrighty. Now, our next one's going to be to go ahead and find and free the 5 prisoners, right? Which will be indicated right here. So I do believe, like, a couple of them are in here. This will be the last thing that we do, is just probably free a couple of prisoners and then be on our way with this video here. But hopefully it has given you a really good idea as to what Wartile is all about. I should note, if you come up through here, there is going to be this little switch which you will need to actually trigger to make this bridge go down. So there's a lot of, like, you know, interactions as well with the map, and we have some barricades over here as well. So there's a lot of interactions as well. I really am curious to see what they do going forward from here. There we go. So let's have Brutus come on over here, and then you through here. Here comes this guy for some backup, as I expected would happen. Let's go ahead and do a global buff on everybody. Buff it on up! Cool. This guy should be going down here pretty soon. We haven't used any of my spearman skills or the Brutus one, have we? Eh. Let's maneuver ourselves this way and that way. Let's have you drop back here, spearman. You're not really too cut out for combat up close and personal. There you go. Excellent. And we have a prisoner right here. I think we have 2 of them, actually, right? Well, I see 1 right now. Oh, 2 of them right here. So, Brutus, you come over here. I like how we just named this guy Brutus from now on. Free him. And this is where you would unlock the Brute. Right now, we rescue that guy, and we have a Brute right here. So now we are up to 4 figures for this map over here. Which is pretty useful, because I did lose one of my figurines in the upcoming battle up above. So, you know, they give you a little bit of an extra one here just in case. So there you go, guys. This is going to be Wartile. Really, really fun game so far. If you are interested in checking it out, the description will have all the information needed. Really neat concept. I'm looking forward to it hopefully getting funded as well, and, you know, seeing what the future holds for it. I will catch you next time.